And most of us try to avoid, but they happen. Car accidents, and what you do right after they happen can have big-time consequences. I had the chance to sit down with an attorney, Brian Douglas, who gave me his top 3 mistakes you should never make if you get into a crash.
Hopefully, if you're in a car accident, you're not going to be injured. You walk away without a scratch. However, if you do get into an accident, there are some things you need to do and some huge mistakes you need to avoid. The first mistake I think you should avoid is admitting fault. People will say the craziest things to the police after an accident. You'll hear things like, "Sorry, officer, I didn't see him coming and I only had 1 beer."
And basically, you can't take this stuff back.
You can't. Or you'll get the, "Oh my God, like, relax, I was just tweeting for like 30 seconds, I do it all the time." It goes in the police report and you can't take it back. And so, bad Foster Brooks impersonation aside, don't hold it against me. The point is, you don't want to say anything that's going to make it seem like the accident was your fault, if in fact it was not.
A reference to the old Don Rickles roast. Impressive there. What's the second mistake people make?
Failing to document what happened.
Okay.
You want to take pictures or get video of anything that you see. So you want to take pictures of the cars, the scene, the damage, the points of collision, the skid mark, the road conditions. Whatever you can see, document it. It's the best time to get it. You can't go back and get it again later. And the same goes with your witnesses. You want to get their name, address, telephone number, Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope, Telescope, anything you can get from them. Take selfies with them if you have to. Get information.
What if you don't have a witness?
Get any information from first responders. Get the names of the EMTs that stop. Get the names of the police officers. You know, a lot of times police officers, they just put either a badge number or have a last name. Okay. Try to get any information from those people because they could become very relevant later, and you're going to have to try to hunt them down if you don't have that information.
Now, another tip is when you're in a fender bender, any kind of accident, you don't know initially if you might be hurt.
Absolutely. That's probably the biggest mistake that I say that people make. You get in an accident, you're driving along to grandma's house, boom, somebody hits you. Your body's pumping adrenaline, and so it's masking the injuries and any pain that you may be feeling. Of course, they're going to offer you treatment at the scene, but you say, "No, I feel fine." 3 days later, you wake up and you can't turn your head, and you're trying to get to the office, and you're driving like the robot because your body's fixed, and you go to the doctor and say, "Hey, I was in a car accident 3 days ago, so here I am." The problem is you can't prove that the accident caused the injuries now because of that delay in time and because you denied treatment at the scene, and that was written down in the report as well.
Yeah, that's a salient point. So many people, if you've been in a fender bender, that neck soreness always kicks in the next day. You don't feel it initially, and I guess that is the adrenaline that's pumping.
Exactly, and it can even be multiple days. It can be up to a week with things like concussions.
And also, Douglas also says this is the time of year where you have to be extra vigilant on the roadways. So make sure that you are always paying attention and avoiding any distraction.